All right, what's going on, people? Today I'm going to make a quick video about how to run comps and comps for the MLS for your properties that you're looking to wholesale or for properties that you're actually looking to buy yourself and either flip it, rent it out, new construction, whatever you're doing. This video is going to show you how to pull those comps, and that way you can have accurate data that'll show you what your property is worth and what it'll sell for. So first thing I do when I pull comps, I like to, let me move this out the way, move this down to the bottom. I like to go to Zillow.com. And this is where I get all my information regarding the property that I'm looking at. So today I'm just going to use, the subject property is going to be a property I actually already own, 300 Oakwood Drive, Lancaster, Texas. Put in that address, hit enter, and it pulls up the information about this subject property. So here you get your street address, information about the bed, bathroom, things like that. What I want to do is I want to use Zillow so I can get information such as the square footage, the bedroom, bathroom, the year that it was built, and then also any other information, the size of the lot, if it's a single family, any kind of information that help me to pull comps. Also, another thing I want to be able to look at the subdivision that this particular property is in, because when you're pulling comps, you want to stay as close to the subject, the actual subject property as possible. So you go to here, you go to tax history, you click county website, and this pulls up a website, the Dallas Appraisal District. You could come here and write on the legal description right here, the first line, that's typically the subdivision. So this property is in the Southwood Estate subdivision. So I got that, and next thing I want to do is open the MLS. And so, good job. How did I? All right, so I jacked that up. All right, so open the MLS. Where's the other one? Did I close it out? Yeah, I guess I did. All right, pull it back up. Good job. So let me pull up Zillow once again. 100 Oakwood. All right, so I want to open up the tax page, go to tax history, go to county website, and they typically put it up. We got Zillow open, and now you want to go to the MLS. And so the MLS is the multiple listing service. That's where realtors, real estate agents, that's where they go to pull actual data on houses. If you don't have this, it depends on what state you're in. It's two different kinds of states. You have non-disclosure states, and those are states that don't disclose property data. They don't disclose what a property sold for, when it sold, things like that. Texas is a non-disclosure state. So the only way you could get accurate, real numbers on what a house sold for in Texas is through the MLS. And you have other states that are full disclosure states. Unfortunately, I live in Texas. It's a non-disclosure, so I can't go to places like Zillow and it tells you what it's sold for. It's a lot of stuff on Zillow you'll go look at. It'll tell you certain price. It'll tell you what homes are sold for, but that's not accurate information. You want to get it strictly from the MLS. And so if you don't have the MLS, what I recommend is you do two things. You either get a program that you could pay for that pulls from the MLS, or you link up and you build a relationship with a real estate agent who will give you access, well, not give you, but you can become their assistant. What that realtor would do, they would go to their broker. They would tell their broker, "Hey, I want this guy to be my assistant. I need him to have direct access to the MLS where he can only pull information and help me out." And that broker will either say yes or no. Sometimes they'll be like, "Yeah, it's a $50 fee, $75 monthly fee, whatever the arrangement is." Go to your buddy who's a real estate agent. Have them speak to their broker. Once you get that access, then you'll have direct access to MLS. That's the way I work. So I have direct access to MLS. And so once you're here, you go up top. This is the Dallas MLS. So every city is different. You have North Texas, then Texas has Austin, Houston, San Antonio got their own MLS. But here, you basically want to go to a regular traditional search. What I want to do is copy the city address. So I go back to Zillow and I highlight, copy and paste. So I'm gonna copy, then go back to the MLS and I'm gonna paste the address. I hit enter, it's gonna self-populate. Then click that address. And now what you wanna do, the way you run comps is it's 4 or 5 different criteria you want. You want to be in the same subdivision. So the farthest out that you want to go from your subject property is half a mile. So when they ask you if you want to search, if you really want to get straight, you do 1/4 of a mile, but I say half a mile is good. Don't go out a mile unless there's nothing coming back. Unless you can't find any activity, then you go out a mile. I wouldn't go any further than a mile. But I like my comps to be within half a mile. And even with the half a mile, I want it to be in the same subdivision. You could have 4, 5, 6 different subdivisions within half a mile. So I want my comps to be Southwood Estate. So half a mile. And you want comps that have sold within the last 90 days. So you got these different, you got active, you got coming soon, active contingent. You want to go to sold because you want to see what actually has sold. You don't want to go off what's active. Active is saying, hey, this is what I'm asking for. You could ask for $1 million. That don't mean that somebody's going to pay $1 million for that house. You want to see what actually sold and what people are paying for in that neighborhood. So some people go back half a year, which is 180 days. Me personally, with my experience, when I first started wholesaling, I would do half a year. Because here in Dallas, the market doesn't really change too much. It depends on your market. But here in Dallas, the market is pretty stable. So you can go back within the last 6 months and look at good activity. But just my experience is now that I'm not just wholesaling, I'm actually flipping and I'm actually holding as rentals. I like to look at the last 90 days because by the time I buy a property and then by the time I put it on the market, 90 days is going to be gone. So I want to be able to see what's happening right now. So the farthest I go back personally is 90 days, which is 3 months. You can go back 6 months if you like. The next thing I do, I look at properties that are up or down 300 square feet, plus or minus 300 square feet. So the subject property is 1,474 square feet. So I want to look at properties minus 300. So 14 is 1174. Then the farthest I'm going to go, the biggest the property could be is 1774. So that's up or down 300 square feet. Now I want to look at the year built. And this property was built in 1965. So I want to look at properties up or down 5 years. Me, I'm real strict. I'm real tight. I like to have solid comps. I used to do up or down 300, but honestly, I do up or down 200 now for the square feet. But just for the sakes of this workout, this video, I'm gonna do up or down 300. And I typically do up or down 5 years from being built, but I'm gonna do up or down 10 years for this video. So 1965, so I'll go back to 1960, then I'll go up to 1970. So that's up or down 5 years from the year built. All right, So when I put in those criteria, if you look down here at the bottom, it says 0 matches. So you could click there and nothing came back. So there are no comparables that match that. So what I want to do is go back and I want to change my criteria. Let's say I go back the last 180 days. Okay, so 0 went from 0 to 1, so I have 1 match. That means the last 80 days, the last 6 months, I have 1 property. It's sold. The subdivision is Southwood Estate, so that's perfect. That's the same subdivision as my property. It's 0.1 mile away, so it's right down the street. And it's saying it's sold for $210,000. So that's a solid comp. Number one is because it fits all the criteria, and number two, it's in the same subdivision. And I go look at a map, I can see exactly where it's at compared to the subject property. So this is the subject property, this little dot, and the comp is right here, just right around the corner. So you drive around, drive, boom, 0.1 mile away. So that's how comparable. So what I want to do, I want to open it up. The last thing you want to make sure is it's 2 different types of properties when you're pulling comps. You have your as-is properties, meaning properties that need work. You don't want those. You want the properties that have been renovated, rehab, because you want to know what your property could sell for once you fix it up. So you got to look at other properties that have been fixed up. So open the comp, and this is why you can't do it on Zillow and other things. You get it from the MLS. You open up, you look at pictures, and this one only has 1 picture. So I can't even look at and see if it's been fixed. If you can't look at pictures, then you go to the property description and read through the description. This beautiful brick 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home sits on 1.1 acres and has been recently updated. So it has been updated. New floors, new light fixtures, hickory cabinets. Both bathrooms have been updated. So this property has been updated. So this is a comp. It's in it's in a half-mile radius. It was sold in the last 6 months. It's plus or minus 300 square feet. It's plus or minus 10 years built. It's in the same subdivision and it's been updated. So this is a comp. This is what you want. So now that I have my comp, I can figure out what my property will sell for. And this is where most people go wrong. So this here is a quick analysis, a CMA. You have the property address, you have the bed, the bath, you have the year built, no pool. This is the square footage. That's the dollar per square footage. That's the acre size. This is what they listed it for. This is what they asked for. And this is what it actually sold for. And it sold back in October 2019, which is 4 months ago. So it sold 4 months ago. And it sold above listed price. So that's awesome. And it took 5 days to sell. So that's your information. So most people, they would go look at the sold price and they would say, my house would sell for $210,000 because this house sold for $210,000. That's not how you run comps. As you notice, this property is 1,582 square feet. My property is 1,474 square feet. So my property is smaller than this comp. So you don't go by the sales price, you go by the dollar per square foot. So in this neighborhood, these houses are selling for $132.74 a square foot. So if you, my calculator. Calculator, cool. All right. Wow, you really knocked me out like that. Go where?
Use the 3 fingers and slide up.
Okay, that's right. Appreciate you, bro. Man, my little bro, he know this technology, man. All right, so 132.74, and we're gonna multiply by the size of this property, 1582 times 1582 equals 209,994. So you can round it up to 210. So that's where they get this number right here, is 210 from. So in order to figure out what my property will sell for once I fix it up, I take that same 132.74, 132.74 times, and the size of my property is 1474 square feet, times 1474 square feet. And it's telling me that my house will sell for 196, just round it up. So my house, once I fix it up, put it on the market, it'll sell for $196,000. If you don't know better, you're gonna say it sell for 210, which it won't. These are two different size properties. So you always take the dollar per square foot. Okay, let's say it's multiple comps. Let's say you got 4 comps. Then you would take this average dollar per square foot. So average, and this number would give you the average of all 4 properties. So let me see if I can find a property. So that's basically right there. That's how you pull comps. Once I fix up my property, I'll be able to sell it for $196,000. Let's do another example. This is another property that I have. All right. So this is a property I bought back in August. All right, so we're gonna do the same exact thing. So we're gonna close this out. All right, we're gonna go down, we're gonna pull up the tax assessor website, go to tax history, county website. All right, cool. So this one is saying this property is in Brightside subdivision. All right, cool. So go back up. So I want to copy and paste the address. And I'm going to go to the MLS. Going to close this out. All right, so go to criteria. Go to the street address. Backspace 0 out. Paste. Enter. All right, there we go. So stay half a mile. I'm going to change this 180 to 90. And I'm going to change the square footage. So this is 1240 square feet. So I'm going to go up or down 200. All right. So 1240, so 1040 to 1440. And this house was built. This house was built in 1940. So I'm gonna go up or down 5, 1935, 1945. All right. So it's telling me I got one match. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back 180 days. Still only got one match. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up or down 300. So it's 1240, so 940, 1540. And I'm gonna go up and down 10 years. So it was built in 1940, so 1930, 1950. All right, so now I went from 1 comp to 7 are possibles. So now all of these properties fit within half a mile radius, the last 6 months, up or down 300 square feet, up or down 10 years. So now I wanna go through, and so first thing I look for is subdivision. Remember, this subdivision is Brightside. When we go here, subdivision name, there are no properties in Brightside. So that's fine. We could pick anything within this half mile radius as long as it doesn't cross a major intersection. And so if you look at the map, we have This street, which is Keast, that's a major street, which so these properties over here, you really don't want to touch. You want to keep these properties here, these 5 here. So what I'll do, I'll go in, click on it, I'll open up the picture. I want to see if these properties are as-is properties or if they're renovated houses. So on the outside, it looks okay. The windows, they're not new. It has a window unit. The roof looks good. If I buy a property, fix it up, I don't want window units. I want central heat and air. Windows, I want, up-to-date windows. See inside, someone lives here. So this is as-is property. You got wood flooring. Yeah, somebody lives here. This is not a renovated house. So this is not a comp. So this property sold. They were asking for $110,000. They were asking for $110,000. It sold for $74,000. Just round it up, and it took 71 days. So that's an as-is property. We're not going to consider that a comp. That's not a comp. Okay, we go to the next property. Okay, so it looked like good windows. The side panel looks good. Go to the inside. Yeah, it needs work. It needs paint. It got popcorn ceiling, old ceiling fans, bad carpet, bad flooring. So this is as is, yeah. So this is an as is property. Bathroom has not been updated. All right. So that's not as it. Mikey, hush. That was my dog. Sorry, y'all. My girl's dog. Okay. So this the next property. It looks good from the outside. Got nice stairs. Can't really tell the windows. So we're gonna go to the next picture. Good looking front yard. So the flooring looks good. Ceiling fan looks good. The chimney looks good. The paint's not the best. Popcorn ceiling. It looks like, so kitchen, good cabinets. It's not the best update. You got stainless steel faucet. So, somebody came through, they cleaned it up, they did okay. It might not need much work. So we got a good stove, exhaust. Cabinets aren't the best, but I would consider this a comp. And because I know you got to know your neighborhoods too. This house is in Oak Cliff in Dallas. So these are what the homes look like in that area. Good carpet, bathroom. So I would consider this a low-end comp. So I would count this. So I want to click this one, highlight it. Cool, I'm going to use that as a comp. All right, go to the next one. Look like good windows. Look like the side panel, side framing on the house looks good. Yeah, definitely good windows. Okay, good flooring, good paint. Got the access lighting. So yeah, they came through. They updated the kitchen. Look like granite countertops, cabinets, stainless steel, exhausting, ventilation, upgraded dishwasher. So this house, got nice backsplash. This house has been updated. Nice flooring. There go your backsplash. Nice door, new doors, bedroom, new door. So this property has been updated. These are the things you want to look for. Updated bathroom, nice sink, nice toilet, nice tiling in the bathroom. So this property has been updated. We're going to consider that a comp. Go to the next one. Just from the outside looking in, this looks good. New windows. The side framing is good. The street address is good. The door looks good. The roof looks good. It's a nice looking house from the outside. Okay, nice flooring, new windows, new ceiling fan. The paint is straight. So this property has been renovated. That's the kitchen, updated kitchen. You got your granite countertops. You got your dishwasher. You got your microwave. You got your cabinets. You got your backsplash. Nice kitchen. This is the kind of kitchen you'll find in a property here in Dallas that's worth 150 to 200. This is the kind of product you'll see. Good carpet in the back bedrooms, nice windows. They didn't do too much to the closet, but put up new doors. Bathroom looks real good. I like that tile. Good mirror. Good 2-3 inch, I'm not sure, but sink. Backyard, nice size backyard. They didn't do too much to the carport, but that's okay. It's still sold. Nice porch. So this is a comp. So I would click this one. That's what I use. Go to the next one. This looks renovated. Nice flooring. I like the trim. Got more detail. It's more distinguished. So this is a comp kitchen, So that's been updated. And the last one. This looks like it's been updated. Nice roof, windows, door, bathroom, sink, shower, kitchen. Yeah, so I would consider this a comp. Yep. All right. So we got 7 properties. Go back. And 5 of them were comps. The other 2 were as is. So we have 5 comps. Now we're going to go do a quick CMA right here. And these are the comps: street address, bedroom, bathroom, year built, square footage, dollar per square foot, acres, your list price, your sold price, sales date, the percentage, and the days on market. So if you was, and this where, I've seen people, they send me comps, they be like, this house is worth 144 to 155. And that's not how you run comps. Mind you, this 1,300 square foot house, this a 1090 square foot, this 1,224 square foot, 1172, 1,248. These are different size houses. My house is 1,240. So you want to go by the dollar per square foot. You go by the average. So this house here sold for 110 a square. This one sold for 133 a square, 120 a square, 130 a square, 124 a square. The average of all the properties is 123, rounded up 124. So houses in this neighborhood are selling for $124 a square foot. So I do the math. My house is 1,240 square feet. Houses are selling for 124 square foot. So my house will sell for $154,000. That's how you run comps, people. You do not go by the sales price. Do not go by the sales price. You go by the dollar per square foot. This is how you pull the criteria to determine what your comps are. Stay within a half mile. Go no further back than 6 months, 180 days. Up or down 300 square feet. Up or down 10 years built. You try to stay in the same subdivision if you can. If you can't, then anything that falls in a half mile radius is good. Then you go look at your pictures. You go through the addresses and look at what's been remodeled, what has not been remodeled. You take only the properties that have been remodeled. Once you have that, then you pull up your quick CMA. You look at the average dollar per square foot. Whatever that number is, you multiply that number by the square footage of your property, and you'll get the ARV, the after repair value, what your house will sell for after you repair it. So my house will sell for $154,000. So once I fix this up, I'm gonna sell it for 154. That's the market. And that's what I'm actually selling it for right now. I'm asking for 165. I always list higher than what, you're asking for. So my house right now, these pictures are old, but my house has been renovated. I put a brand new roof on it. I took all this siding off, put new siding, new windows, new HVAC. It had window units, so I put an HVAC system in it. New flooring, upgraded the bathroom. It was a 1-bathroom house. I made it a 2-bathroom. So yeah, I'm putting it on. It's on the market right now for 165, or it's about to be on the market for 165. But that's the lesson today for how to pull comps. I hope I was thorough and I explained it well enough. If not, feel free to reach out to me. Cell phone 214-436-0909. Feel free to shoot me a text, call me. I'll explain how I run comps, and I've had pretty success. I don't get too much kickback on my ARVs. If you got any questions, you guys feel free to reach out. I appreciate you.
Do you want to show the house?
Which house? I don't have it.
I have it.
How?
I will share it to you.
Hold on, guys. Let me see. Wait on my brother to send me this. Send it to my email. It's cool. I'll show him on another one. So, all right, guys. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out of here.